Hi, welcome to Studio DSM. My name is Adam Bergman. We are doing this studio as a cooperation between Loizou Shipping Meet and the Swedish shipping magazine Sjöfartstidningen. Now, I would like to welcome Christopher Loizou from Orolia. Welcome to my studio.
Thank you very much.
You're Vice President of the Maritime part of
correct.
Orolia.
That's correct.
First and foremost, what is Orolia?
Orolia is a company that really specializes in what we call resilient PNT, positioning, navigation and timing. One of our core technologies is around time precision devices, such things as atomic clocks for the space industry and also in the defense sector. And really one of the reasons for us being here these last few days is to address the commercial shipping community around cybersecurity for navigation.
Is it we are going to talk more about cybersecurity and spoofing and such, but because why I wanted you to come here today is we heard at least rumors of a thing called GPS spoofing in regard to the when the Iranians took the Swedish-owned ship from Stena Bulk a few weeks back. And we've heard rumors of GPS spoofing being used in the attack. And your company is developing a product which could have helped in such a situation?
Oh look, there's no such thing as a silver bullet for this, but we do have technology today which enables to detect anomalies around GNSS signals, whether they be GPS, Galileo, or whatever constellation. We can detect what may be malicious, let's say actions on a GNSS receiver, or maybe just physical situations we can encounter that are not necessarily malicious, but we do detect that, yes.
For a non-expert, could you explain what is GPS spoofing and GPS jamming?
I mean, basically, jamming is where you literally, the signal is blocked, so you lose your signal, you lose, in the case of a vessel, for example, your lat long, your position. Spoofing is a more subtle, in the sense that the receiver's still getting a signal, but there's maybe an offset put in, an error that's been put into the system that may mislead the navigator, the officer of the watch, for example. So it can be very subtle, very smart spoofing. You could have multiple vessels in the same vicinity that have the offset built in, and that could cause potentially some navigational problems.
Is this a new attack surface? Or is it a big issue today?
I mean, look, we've really, the last year or so, we've really been looking very deeply into the maritime space, and we're discovering more and more incidents of this happening. And actually, you can look at open source AIS data, and you can analyze what's happening with AIS, which is fed by GNSS, and you can see quite openly where this is happening, what regions it's happening. It's quite frequent, and more than people expect. When we speak to shipping companies, we're getting more and more feedback where they've actually experienced this, but they're interested in capturing it, recording it, and really being more aware of that. So it's happening, yes.
It's happening. Very interesting. And how can your product help in this situation?
I mean, first of all, we have what we call the Msecure Sync hardware platform. This is brand agnostic in terms of GNSS receiver, can be incorporated with any GNSS receiver to be checking what's happening with the GNSS signal from the antenna. And ultimately, as we have teamed up, for example, with the likes of Saab and Telco here at the show, we can then interface those outputs, those warnings, to the officer of the watch on a GNSS display, on an ECDIS chart plotter, on a bridge system, so into the bridge watch alarm systems, for example. So really, that's our approach, bring a technological block to the navigational bridge, and just to raise awareness. And we have what we call IDM, so interference detection and mitigation. The detection piece is about just warning the navigator to be more wary of what they're seeing on the screen, for example. The mitigation piece is another layer of resiliency. Interesting.
How does the industry receive?
We've been quite surprised, to be frank, about the interest we were getting, about the uptake, about the enthusiasm we're getting around this, and about the wish to start live trials, to start fitting some ships, because the ship owners, the operators are seeing it happening, and they want to find some means of protecting those vessels. We're also getting some positive feedback from the insurance part of the industry as well around this, and we're trying to raise awareness around that, and all the different stakeholders, in fact. So we've been quite surprised, more than we thought. Things are going
Great.
faster than we actually thought, which is a good sign. And it's a good time for this.
They are taking cybersecurity more seriously today.
I think they always have been for a long, long time. But I think the industry, I mean, that buzzword of cybersecurity is so, it's in the press every day, there are conferences every single day, but the ship operators and the owners want concrete solutions to cybersecurity. We're not an IT cybersecurity company, there are other companies who do that much better than we do, but we really focus on the RF, the radio frequency, that side of that business for us is critical. Cybersecurity navigation, GNSS receivers, the huge dependency on the GNSS receiver for the whole of the integrated bridge system, that's really where we focus.
Interesting. Thank you for coming in, telling us more about this, Christopher.
You're very, very welcome, thank you. And it's been a great show, by the way, really, so far.
Thank you very much.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Studio DSM. More videos can be found on Donsö Shipping Meets YouTube channel and on hofartstidningen.se. And thank you very much for watching. Bye.